We're not here trying to be the deepest. We're not here trying to be mystical, floating around America. No, man, we're here for the repentance and the restoration of Israel, man.
That's for the power line.
Yeah. You see? The Lord deals with that. The Lord deals with repentance, man. And see, to a lot of our people, that's not enough, man. So what y'all gonna do after y'all get through teaching? That's a nigga mind frame, man, because they want to see something practical. They want to see something militant. They want to see something economical, man. Nah, man. Obedience gonna bring all that, man. There's already a military strategy in the Bible. There's already an economical strategy in the Bible, man. It's all in prophecy, man. Go ahead.
To return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord.
So as we look at our fathers, we look in the Bible and we see the disciples of our forefathers falling from the Lord's favor by disobedience. And then we look at our direct, mothers, fathers, grandfathers, uncles, aunties, and we see, okay, according to the Bible, this is all. But that's what we repent. We repent from. We repent from the traditions of our fathers, man. Go ahead.
And I will bring them again to the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it.
Yeah, they shall be lords of their land. Okay, so we're getting ready to be pushed back into our homeland, and we're going to be lords of it. And the lords of Jerusalem is the lords of the earth, man. King David, he ran the world from Jerusalem. That's why Yahushua is going to reestablish the throne of David in the earth, man. That's going to be the central government of the earth. That's how it was under King David. That's what that throne represents, man. Okay? The throne of David represents the rulership of Yahushua in the earth, man. Okay? And Yahushua is coming to establish that eternally, man. Okay? We got that.
Ecclesiastes 5:9. Moreover, the profit of the earth is for all. The king himself is served by the field.
Yeah, the earth is for the profit of all. That's why it was important, even the strangers in Israel, they would go and live somewhere else. And when they would come back, they was able to get land because the land was for the profit of all. That was an inheritance, man. Okay, there's a lot you can do with 3 or 4 acres of land. You can start an empire off 3 or 4 acres of land, man. One family constantly expanding on those acres, man, being fruitful, planting. The scripture said Isaac, he produced 100-fold, one season, man. He had to come up. The Most High blessed his yield, and he increased 100-fold, man. Everybody's supposed to benefit off the land, but Esau played the middleman to all the resources, man. Okay, and then he gives you the dollar, okay, as a middleman to how much resources you can get. The dollar was created to put a cap on how much you can do. Because if you're living off the land, no one can put a cap on how much you can yield back except Yahweh Shema Shah. But Esau plays the Most High through the dollar and through grocery stores, man.
Genesis 27 and 28. Therefore, the Most High gives thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth.
See, that's why we're going to bless with the whole earth. You see? We're going to be blessed with the earth. Then we're going to get all the benefits that come from the earth, man. Okay? We've been accustomed to just, going to this man's grocery stores, being limited. Okay? A budget. You going to the grocery store on a budget, man. But nah, we're going to get the earth. Ain't going to be a budget, man.
And plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee.
And plenty of corn and wine, which is the resources. Okay? The earth is going to give forth abundance, man. The earth is not yielding its strength under Esau either, man. Because he rules the earth contrary to the instructions of Yahweh Shema Shah. Okay? So the earth is not running in its full strength. It's not producing and yielding how it's supposed to yield, man. We're finna see the earth be renewed through this nuclear destruction, man. Okay? Go ahead.
Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee.
Yep.
Be Lord over thy brethren.
Yep.
And let thy mother's sons bow down to thee.
And that's a true inheritance. Because if someone, let's say, a man that was extremely rich, he had an estate, okay, and his son was the heir. Well, his son doesn't just inherit the cars and the mansions. Okay, he inherits the people as well. Okay, you seen that on Bridgerton when Mr. Bridgerton, Lord Bridgerton died. Immediately, all the servants started calling him Lord, the oldest son. Then they started going to him for to make the decisions. Immediately, soon as he died, he inherited those people, man. That's what we're finna inherit. Let people serve thee. Because right now, the people serving Esau evil.
We're going to inherit titles from the people.
Yep.
Every elect brother is going to be served a title.
Yep.
And that title is access to a share of Yahweh Shai's kingdom.
Yep.
And the access includes people like you were going into.
Yep.
And let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee.
Yeah, and thy mother's son, all right, speaking of Esau, okay, because Esau is going to inherit captivity, man. Just as we are going to inherit the earth, you finna inherit captivity, man. You know, this is in game, but eventually he's going to be done away with. Yeah, you're going to inherit those curses, man. You know?
St. John chapter 10, verse 10, the thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy.
The thief coming not but to steal, kill, and destroy. You know? Because under Esau's rulership, this is the most oppressed that the earth has ever been. So see, he put people in the delusion of liberty and freedom, and that they're transcendent, you know, with what? Man, the entertainment, the convenience of technology, okay? The abundance, okay, of low quality, you know? Like you always get into, America produces abundance of low quality, man. That's why you can always go get a 20-piece chicken nugget, man. Okay? All you can eat. Okay? You can go out on the night, on the weekend, and just deal with these women, but everything is low quality. The wine, the liquor, you know, everything is low quality here, man.
The women themselves are low quality.
Yeah, the women themselves, man, just the society, the way people think is extremely low quality, man.
The air is low quality.
The air.
You know, they got some I was going into. They archaeologists pulled up basically. They had a way of testing the quality of the air from like 3, 4, 5,000 years ago. And like the quality of the air was different. All right, because the elements in the earth, all right, they were manipulated to where it cleans out the air. Like the pyramids had gold at the top. I want to say they had amber at the top, and they had a way of cleansing out the atmosphere. So even the quality of the air has degraded. That's why a lot of us have fucking asthma, we have big respiratory problems. Because look, we have pollutants in the air. Some people are not dying from their diet. Some people are dying from air pollutants. You live in these bigger cities, all right, people are actually dying from noise pollution. All you know is you got cancer. But you don't know that your equilibrium is all fucked up because of unnatural noise. You have 100,000 cars compacted in the inner city. Everybody's blowing a fucking horn. All right? You got all type of things going on and concentrated in one city. Gas, what you say, bro?
Pipes in
Yeah,
the cars.
some loud ass mufflers and tailpipes. Like this is I'm telling you, man, we're gonna enjoy the simplicity of the kingdom. The women, okay, cool, whatever. We're gonna have women, we're gonna have riches, but the thing we're really gonna enjoy is peace. The spirit of Yahweh Shai is gonna permeate the earth. And what's the spirit? What is one of Yahweh Shai's titles? The Prince of Peace.
Right, bro.
It'll be a softer vibration over the earth.
It's gonna be a softer vibration. Everything's gonna be peaceful, man.
To add to even the education system is low quality because just think back to doing like the 1900s when our people was coming up, well even before that, you know, our people was coming up with all types of inventions,
Right.
different things to make their lives simpler, make the lives of our community simpler. And now you just think about what our people are inventing. They're not even inventing anything. They're not thinking of anything to make their lives simpler anymore. They're doing all types of things to destroy themselves.
Our people, and it's a beautiful point you made. There's no creativity. Our people have gone from inventors to entertainers. All the millions of our people want to be three things: like an athlete, a rapper, and what's the other one? A dope boy, or a scammer. Now it's a scammer. So, like you said, nobody's creating anything, but they're imitating everything. Everybody's dressed alike, acting like, looking like. All right. So that's another sign of a degrading kingdom, man. You know?
There's no authentic. Nothing's authentic. Everything, like I said, is a replica.
Yeah.
You know, everybody playing the character. And this was like, because Rome was big on plays and theater.
Yep.
Like, there was never part of our culture. You know, like you are who you are. Like you can't him pretend to be somebody else. Like a movie, you know, and shit go back to Rome, man.
But now it's on social media.
Yeah.
Now you're acting and you have an alter ego on your social media.
Yeah.
You know? Or a rapper, that's your alter ego.
Yeah.
You know?
I am come that they may have life, and that they may have it more abundantly.
And that's like the brother is saying. We just gonna exist. There gonna be no such thing as checking the bank account. Okay, ain't gonna be no such thing as trying to see how much your brother is worth. Your brother is gonna have more than enough for eternity, man. Okay? That's gonna be the situation we're gonna be in. That creates peace, man.
Yeah.
You know? Not knowing that in this society, you know, hey, you have about 7 or 8 bills, you know, per month, man. So every week you're paying at least $1.5 billion, man. Every week.
Yeah,
you know?
and that does something to the human psyche. When your spirit is frustrated by the cares of life, you know, because you know bills bring upon stress, and also not being able to get what you just simply desire is not a common thing. You know, that's not strange.
Well,
I'm
sorry, but I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just saying, because you know, I was in a stone store, preparing a necklace. Long story short, some Jake came up in there. He's heard this older, she probably like Judah Benjamin Levi, this older Southern Kingdom woman. She kept looking at all the different nice strands of, stones, and she was like, well, that look good, but I can't afford that. Damn, that look good too, but I can't afford this. That ain't gonna be the talk of Israel in the kingdom. Because then, like, you look at this woman like, man, she should be able to get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a small thing, but in the kingdom, our whole palace is gonna be made out of things like that.
But you know what? Speaking of the system itself to keep you in survival mode, one of the reasons why we're not creating is because we're too busy working.
Yeah.
Once you go a couple weeks without working, maybe a couple months, your mind starts to go into its natural state, which is to create. And when you're always in that hustle and bustle momentum, all right, you kind of like in robot mode. I was reading the article. You're supposed to have 30 days off a year. You're supposed to have at least 15 personal days off, and then you're supposed to have your holiday off, your vacation days, and your sick days. But ultimately, everything is supposed to equate to 30 days. And then a brother brought an article. A man who doesn't take at least 7 days a year off, he has like a 30% increase in heart failure. Ooh. You got to take at least 7 days off. In Germany, the wildfire workers, they have 30 days off a month. America's the most worked country on earth, man. You know?
Work out of shape.
Yep, because you're fueling your body with the standard American diet just to go to work. And then most people at work, they all have problems going back to being on the job for like 10, 20 years. If you've been on these jobs for 10, 20 years, you're going to have back problems, shoulder problems, all type of big words that's really rooted back in being overworked, man. You know? So there's so many unnatural things that's going on in this country that we take as a norm, and when we get in the kingdom, it's like, damn, I didn't even know that if we was going off in that area.
That's the rest. IUIC, talking about the rest is you don't get no rest until you go back to the spiritual realm. They're trying to equate that. I think the
So when our forefather, Joshua, and the rest of the fathers, when they were fighting those different Hamites, we was basically conquering those old inhabitants to get our land, they wasn't us fighting for rest.
Yeah. They don't understand, like, that's the beauty of the kingdom is you can rest. You're in rest. You don't have to, like, when you go to war, that's because even that word retire, that's a war terminology. Okay? When you besiege a city and you conquer the city, then all of the soldiers that conquer that city, they would retire. Okay? Because they don't fought and they didn't gain the city, so now they can retire. Okay? That's military terminology, man. They're retired, but guess what? We finna go to war one last time. This is the last war of eternity, man. And then we're gonna be able to forever retire, man, and enjoy the fruits of the spoil of the war, which is the earth. Okay?
Hebrews chapter 4, verse 11.
I'm sorry, like 8. Jesus was speaking to Joshua.
It says Hebrews 4 and 8. It says for it says it's easy, but like what it says Joshua. For if Joshua had given them rest, then he would not have afterward have spoken of another day.
Yeah, because Joshua, all right, was pretty much the general of the military of Israel being aided by the chariots coming the heathens going into the promised land. Okay? But that's what Israel, settled in. That land of promise. But it wasn't, all right, eternal. It was temporal. You see? So there was another rest spoken of, man, and that's in the kingdom of heaven. That's going to be the true rest, man. You get yours. I'm going to read down. Okay.
There remaineth therefore a rest to the people of the Most High. For he that is entered into his rest, he also has ceased from his own works, as the Most High did from his. Let us labor therefore to enter into that rest.
We're laboring now to enter into the rest. We're in rulership. When you're in rulership, you're at rest, you're at ease. Okay? Go ahead.
Let any man fall after the same example of unbelief.
This man followed the same example of unbelief. But you had a lot of people that make it with Joshua. Why? Because they didn't believe. And the Lord cut off a whole generation of Israelites. Okay? But Lord willing, we are the generation that believes is going to make it into the promised land under Yahweh Shah, man.
It says, for the word of the Most High.
This is somebody get that scripture what is it, the apocrypha where it says rest is allowed.
He got out here.
Okay. This is Isaiah 14 verse 1. Go ahead and get that first and then get this.
You get both of them.
Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 14 verse 1. It said, for the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
Yeah, this is what we're seeing now. The Lord choosing his people again. Yet. That means after everything Israel went through, at the end of the day, the Lord going to choose Israel, man. Because he's going to make good on his promises, man. He made promises to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man, concerning world dominion. He made promise to David saying that, look, there's not going to cease, all right, you having a son that's going to sit on your throne, man. And Yahweh Shah fulfills that eternally, man. Go ahead.
And set them in their own land.
Yep.
And the stranger shall be joined with them.
Yep.
And they should cleave to the house of Jacob.
Yeah, no strangers, Israelite families, man. Okay, being joined to that house, man, to that promise. Okay, go ahead.
Let me get this out and prove what you said about the mercy right here. Go ahead, bro.
This is 2 Corinthians 4:1. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not.
Yep.
Right. So by us having this ministry, this proves that this the mercy, man. This showing the mercy of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. This why we ain't fainting, man. This why we ain't tapping out mentally now, man. We got this ministry now, man. So we faint not. It's another scripture in Proverbs or something where it says truth and mercy are met together, man. So truth and mercy, that's part of the mercy you receiving this truth, man. If somebody can look that up, man, it's where truth and mercy is met together. Go ahead, man.
But have pronounced the hidden things of dishonesty.
See, because that's what happened, man. This ministry, the true ministry, you started to renounce the things of dishonesty, man. America was built on dishonesty. They raised us on dishonesty, man. In school, they taught us about facts and opinions. Now today, it's about everybody's truth, man. So everybody's truth is their opinion, man. It's only one truth. That's right, brother. Go ahead, bro.
Not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai deceitfully.
Which our pastors have done, man. They learned it from the overseers, they slave masters, man. Man, the so-called white man, He counterintelligence our book, man. They got our pastors manipulated, doing this, man, handling the word deceitfully, man. Because these pastors, like a lot of these pastors, when they first started off, they know about going into the Hebrew and the Greek. They know about words, man. Then once that money started flowing in, like the scriptures say, president gifts blind the eyes of the wise and stop up their mouth when they can't reprove. So they start getting that hush money. That eventually they forget all about it. You know what I'm saying? Eventually the Lord take the truth from them, but from the beginning, a lot of them be sincere. They be knowing stuff. And then just like with TDJ, what he came out and said, he from the Igbo. Yeah, his blood lineage go back to the Igbo. Then all of a sudden, he had to correct all of it. You know, he had to go back and correct it. I said he wanted to do that stuff.
And that's really what they keep you from talking about an inheritance, man. Okay, they keep you slave minded. But like you said, this is a token that the Lord's gonna make good on this promise, man. You know, like us having this truth, having this ministry, because Yahweh Shai say, what is revealed unto us? The mysteries of the kingdom, or the mysteries of rulership. What you think keeps us hyped, man, is that we know that there's a righteous rulership to come, and we the inheritors of that rulership, man, and it's gonna be eternal. You see, when you start thinking in the ruler class mentality, man, you don't want nobody else to rule over you, man. Okay? So Esau compressing and making that plantation doctrine with Christianity, you know, that plays into his perpetual rulership, man. You know? Yeah.
But by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of Yahweh Shai.
This is what we commanded to do, man. By manifestation of we command ourselves of the free that it
Verse 2. For I have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of Yahweh Shai deceitfully. But by
because the scriptures plainly teach about the house of Judah and the house of Israel, the 144,000 in the new, what they call the New Testament, man. These questions have to be answered, man. Paul talk about all Israel being saved, man. Why don't nobody want to talk about that? Go ahead, bro.
But by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience.
Commending ourselves to every man's conscience, and by manifestation of the truth. Okay, this gotta be your mentality, man. Commend yourselves to every man's conscience. Go ahead.
Land back too, bro. And dealing with all Israel being saved, addressing that, even dealing with the Israelite groups outside of Great Millstone, they don't understand that although our people come back in the kingdom, as of right now, the Lord is only dealing with the elect. You know, so yeah, you know, ultimately, eventually, the Lord is going to bring all our people into this thing. But as of right now, it says how the majority are blinded. You know, the Lord He's only looking for the elect right now. You know,
like they ever said, man, only the election has to change. The rest is blind. Go ahead, man. Let's read one more.
In the sight of Yahweh Shai. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost.
See, so if this gospel is hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Go ahead.
In whom the power of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not.
Who is the power? Who is the God of this world? Who make the law, statutes, and commandments to this world? Then he pushed it across the four corners of the earth with his so-called democracy. So this is if our gospel be hid, it is hid to those that are lost. Because the power of the God of this world has blinded the eyes of those who are lost. That's it.
Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Shai, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them.
Oh.
In 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 53, the root of evil is silver. Verse 52, for unto you is paradise open, and the truth.
Lot is 50, but great music.
Verse 50, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the earth, in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
Right. So, but these people walking in great pride. So you walking in pride, if you don't want to humble yourself to the real truth of your house, because a lot of people don't go to church today. You know what I'm saying? I be blaming on our women about it. I'll be like, you start to read a couple shows, like, just leave your Bible at home and go be entertained, because y'all ain't going by the Bible in the churches. You know, it clearly be giving certain instructions, you know, but you're going to go to church, you're going to have your Bible, just leave it at home, because you ain't abiding by it, you ain't being taught the Bible.
And like I say, as the ruler, so the people, Esau was proud against the Most High. That's his trait. He was designed to be there, not people have taken on the spirit of goddamn Edomite, man. Being proud against the maker, being proud against the creator, man. You know, that's why the Lord want to bring Israel for a great company, man. You know?
That's why Yahweh Shai said, you know, the father of the devil.
Yep.
He was talking to the leaders at the time during that time period. But now it's like 2/3 of our people had that same spirit of Esau. You know, that's going back to what I said. It's gonna be a softer vibration in the earth in the kingdom because we're gonna be under the spirit and vibration of Yahweh Shah. But now they under the vibration of Esau Edom.
Verse 15. Verse 51. But understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee.
Like-minded. That's why we're here for the like-minded, man. And we just gonna keep the message consistent. Either the message ain't for you now or it ain't for you, period. But we just gonna keep consistent and we're gonna keep dealing with what we know what is. We can only deal with what's going on today. You know, the men that we see up here, the men that's around here right now, you brothers and sisters that constantly listen. We can only deal with that on a day-by-day basis, man. And if the Lord decides to bring somebody in on a later date, guess what? We're still gonna be here saying the same message, man. All right, but like the elder said, man, the Lord is here for the elect. That's who he's gonna be. That's who he's gonna start that Israelite dynasty with the elect of Israel, man. You know?
Right, because we left, if all our people got together right now, we would have got our own land, our own country. But if everybody got different mindset, it ain't gonna work. It's gonna be division, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna start internal fighting and it's gonna be over with quick. That's why it's so important for the Lord saying everybody be of one mind. You know? Right, come.
That's why 2/3 of our people gonna die. The 1/3 are being baptized and renewed right now, and we're being groomed into the submission of Yahweh Shai. But the 2/3 of our people are ultimately too westernized. They're victims of the diaspora. They've never been decolonized, and even if they've been decolonized, they went right back to Kemet. So you have a big number of our people. They doing away with Edomite way of thinking, but now they're going back to Ham's way. They heavy into their left hand. So like the brother said, if the elder said, if we all get on our land right now, it's gonna be some crazy stuff, man. But ultimately, all Israel shall be saved because they're going to regenerate in the kingdom. They're going to recycle into the kingdom, and they're going to be born under the law, statutes, and commandments. You know,
They just not needed to establish the kingdom.
Right. Because look, when you establish a kingdom, you don't get the whole nation into that new territory. You get key men. Like the king of Babylon, he got key men out of Judah. He got all the elites. He got the wise men, started with Daniel in his realm, but he also got builders. All right, even King Solomon. Who do he have like the king of Hiram? So he got top men who can build. So Yahweh Shai is getting top men who can build, who are going to be pillars in the kingdom to come.
One scripture about the right, it said, scripture in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 22 down to 23. For as in Adam all die, even so in Yahweh Shai shall all be made alive. But every man in his own order.
Every man in his own order. You know? And the order begins with Yahweh Shai, King David, the rest of the 12, okay, the rest of the 144,000, the 1/3, elect men, women, and children. And then the 2/3 order come after them, man. But that's going to be the order that's going to establish first. All right? That dynasty that's to come. Okay? Yeah.
All right, so we all got a messed up crap. Whatever gift the Most High gave us, the most we got to master them crafts right now. This is what your afflictions and your trials and tribulations is specifically designed for you. It's for you to master your craft. It's designed specifically for you to master the craft that you gave.
But every man in his own order, Yahweh Shai the first fruits. Afterward, they that are Yahweh Shai that is coming.
All right, man. I'm gonna say this: the affliction turning up, the affliction is going to keep turning up, man. You know, the Lord, He ain't say do hard as a good soldier for nothing, man. It's coming, man. You know what I'm saying? The heat is being turned up as we speak. Because Esau won't turn. When Esau comes, we got to be ready for that. We got to spiritually be ready for when they come. Because they said they'll come in like madmen and spurring none. So that's what they say, casting them out of their houses, taking their goods. You know what I'm saying? So just think about it.
Yeah, greatness comes through suffering, man. Right for the suffering. You really, man, it's to the point now you gotta wake up ready for this shit, man. Like shit, fuck it, we gonna suffer, but we got Yahweh Shai. That's what makes this shit exciting. Really, without affliction, this shit boring, man. Without suffering, you know? And that's what America has produced men who just live comfortably their whole life. Their whole life just comfortable. That's why there's a lot of men that's going to fold at the first tad bit of adversity, man. Nah, man, suffering push you to your limit. Like, suffering push you in a position to where, damn, I didn't know I could do this. Damn, I didn't know I could overcome this. But you overcoming with your house shot, man. So now we look at the suffering, and we laughing at suffering, man. We got to get to a point we got to smile at this shit, man. Wake up every day, shit. Let's go.
Hard times,
You know?
hard times make great men.
Yeah.
Great men make good times.
Yeah.
Good times create weak men. So you say you never had a suffering that makes you weak.
That's something small, like they say, that was on the White House for trying to push his son to finish like a little workout.
Yeah.
Push his son to do a workout.
But this-
He's so damn soft.
It's a matriarch. Your mother is meant to nurture you, okay? She's not meant to mold you, okay, into a legend. A father is for that, man. When you go through all the conquerors and all the great men, they all went through a suffering and changed their whole perspective, man. Like Julius Caesar, he came up rich. He was part of a noble family, but when a certain Caesar came in, they stripped him from all his money, his wealth, and his titles, and he pretty much was like a peasant, you know? He was kidnapped by pirates, all type of shit. But he found out that shit, man. And when he came back to Rome, that's why he gave their ass hell, man. It's suffering, man. You read about Napoleon, King David. He was on the run from Saul for over a decade, man. That wasn't no 2-week thing. He was in the wilderness, in the trenches for a decade, man. You see, that suffering made King David, man. So as men, we gotta go through that suffering. We can't shy away from it because America teaches you to always try to find you a piece of comfort somewhere in every situation. Like, nah, fuck it. Yeah, you gotta just stand. You gotta stand in that shit, man. You goddamn men, and then we got Charlotte, man. You know?
Romans chapter 5, verse 3.
Yep.
Verse 5 in the NLT. It said we can rejoice too when we run into problems and trials.
Woo!
But we know that they help us develop endurance.
Yeah, because when something happens, it's to the point now. Well, here we go. Let's get it. You gotta be to the point when shit happens. Let's get it. Then the Most High teaches us not to panic in this shit. Okay, think. Okay, start making moves, man, and then let the Lord. Because the favor, that's what get us over the top. You know, making moves, we can chip away in certain situations. But then when the favor kick in, they just push us on over the top, man. You know?
Yeah, I'm sorry. All of our greatness is behind the comfort zone. The way that Yahweh Bashman Shah created it, it's a barrier, and that barrier is called fear. Once you walk through that fear, then there's greatness on the other end. There's so many chambers in our minds so many, that we haven't unlocked yet, but the barrier is fear. And the fear so fucking real, it gets tense around your heart. You know, your adrenaline go up, but Yahweh Shah showing you conquer that shit. So you can conquer the world, man.
Yep. That's why a lot of people don't take the secret. Esau comes that narrative, you ain't gonna be able to do this, you ain't gonna be able to do that. Just that thought, because while he talking, while they making these announcements on the news, hey, people anxiety gonna be rising, man. Like shit, you know, and they gonna tap out, you know.
Verse 4. And endurance develop strength of character.
Woo, strength of character. That's what you get. That's what you learn. You become the greatest version of yourself in the worst times. That's when you become the greatest version of yourself in the worst times in your situation. You know, go ahead.
But we know that they help us to and verse 4 again, and endurance develop strength of character. And character strengthens our confident hope of salvation.
Strengthen our confidence. Because it's that constant experience over and over and over and over. Even with King David, going back to King David, he had enough experience, but he had experience and faith before he came to the lions, man. Wrestling the bears and lions. He had already experienced power, you know? And then even when he came against Goliath, he didn't come, you know, without a plan. That's why you think about it. He had Saul's arm and shit on. He was like, nah. Because see, one thing about it, you go to these conquerors and these great generals, what set them apart from everybody else is they always had the genius moment. you know, within the war. Like they had a moment of genius that separated them from everybody else. Like, damn, how he thinking that? But even with King David, he took off all Saul's shit because he had the sword, the barrel. Yeah, it was too heavy, and he would have had to get up on Goliath. And see, with them slingshots, he was able to fight Goliath at a distance. And then he had 5 of them, so he had a strategy. King David had faith, but then he made a genius decision. Okay, I'm gonna fight this nigga from a distance. So he got them rocks and that sling stone and aimed at that nigga head, man. Then he had 5 stones just in case he missed it. He was just gonna be standing around that nigga throwing artillery at his ass, man.
The fire represents power.
Yeah.
That's the transition of power right there.
Yeah,
Physical power.
Verse 5, KJV, and hope make it not ashamed, because the love of the Most High shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Spirit which is given unto us.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, we're not ashamed, man. We'll be looked at as crazy, outcasts, and it's gonna even get worse. Like the decisions we finna have to make. Hey, the people around us gonna be going crazy by our decision making, man. Like, what you doing? You know, it's gonna seem crazy to them the decision we finna have to make, man, for the sake of the future, man. You know?
You know, we get a taste of it now about how they look at us now.
Yeah.
And what we doing, they look at us as crazy and don't see the benefit of what we doing. And like you said, even with the example of King David, because you think about the other soldiers that see David suiting up, and then they see him throw that armor off and get the slingshot with the rocks. They probably, they were looking at him crazy, like, he's gonna get his ass killed.
They
Yeah.
probably making room playing college, Jesse.
Right.
Even his brothers was like, what you doing, David? They saw David coming on the battlefield because his brothers were sold. They were asking what he doing, what you doing down here? You should be at home tending to the sheep.
He was the baby boy.
Right. Huh?
He said, his brother said, we know the pride of your heart, man.
Right. Right. But he had David in that confidence. He had that fight.
Hey, what's it? For a lion heart.
That's gonna be the same mentality, like you said, during the time of Jacob Trophy, when Esau come down, we're gonna be making decisions that can't nobody else even fathom, and we're gonna be doing stuff that can't no other man do, because we had that faith and that confidence with a strategy. You know, we just all took me how we shot.
Second Timothy chapter 2 and verse 1. In the NLT. Timothy, my dear son, be strong through the grace that Yahweh Shai with you and Yahweh Mashiach.
And then grace, going back to what you were saying, that's a token that the Lord did. The fact that we even got grace, that's a down payment to earn this hope. You know,
This is what we gotta be, like the brother said, we gotta be strong in that grace.
You have heard me teach things that have been confirmed by many reliable witnesses.
Right, man. So our elders and their elders have taught things, and look, what they told us, what they tell us, put it to the text. Do your own research. You know what I'm saying? So this is what you have to do, man. When you abide in this word and see, you can live in the world and see the outcome of what happened when you trying to do it on your own. But then when you strong in the grace of Yahweh Shai, just do what the word says. You see a whole better outcome. You got a whole better peace of mind and everything. You can say something else? Go ahead, bro. But the times is coming, man. Get ready to do a hardness for real. If it ain't hitting you yet, get ready because it's coming.
And we should groom ourselves, if I may say, and then practice your own suffering rituals. Don't purposely put yourself through hell, but practice your own level of temperance, right? You should have times when you're not giving yourself the flesh, feeding your flesh. Brothers, some brothers take cold showers, brothers might eat 1 meal a day. Just practice little things, man. Test yourself, man.
Right. Sometimes cut that AC off in the car and let that sun hit you.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, spend some time away from the goddamn phone. Like, just something as simple as that does wonders for your spirit. Time, and just some me time. It's like, you had a little moment of solace when you're away from everything. Like say in the Proverbs, a man that gets into wisdom, he separates himself from the world. So you got time to think,
Yeah, and cut off your sweet like sweets. Go a week without eating sweets. Go a week without drinking liquor if you like your liquor, man. Practice that shit so when we're forced to do it, it's not a big issue.
Time, right?
Like during the pandemic, everybody was going crazy over meats. But whatever, you might have been plant-based for a while, so it don't bother you like that, man. You gotta know how to go without those things, man.
They say anything that you're doing and you can't stop doing it, addiction. You gotta be careful. You know, if it's an addiction, I know that's supposed to be stronger than our mind. Anything you want to do, you're supposed to be able to drop it right there. Right there. Right. But doing it through, and this is what the word teaches us. The word teaches us how to do this. How Shai already covered everything. And going back to the point you just made, what do you have, Shai? How do you have, right there, you have Shai fast for 40 days and 40 nights. To build up that spirit, you know what I'm saying? To build up that spirit was on a whole other level. He came out controlling the elements and everything, man. He had to go through the process to get to that, you know. It just wasn't, even though he was born with the Holy Spirit, John was born with the Holy Spirit, but John wasn't able to do everything Yahushua did, you know. Yahushua went and fasted 40 days, and he told the disciples to get this one because they couldn't cast out them demons. He's like, in order to get this spirit, you gotta come through fasting and prayer.
The rapper said, there's one that coming after me. Right, matches I can't feel.
Go ahead, bro.
Now teach these truths to other trustworthy people who will be able to pass them on to others.
And this is what we're doing, man. Teaching the truth. The trustworthy men, you know, start with the men who will be able to pass them on us. Then you got the women who listen to that. They teach the younger women, you know. They teach the younger women the order of how they supposed to be, you know, because the woman job simple. All you got to do is just listen to the man. That's it. Stop making your job so hard. Stop trying to, I can be a man, you equal. Then that's when you be all stressed out and don't know what to do. You make your job harder, your job easy. Go ahead, bro.
Endure suffering along with me as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach. Soldiers don't get tied up in the affairs of civilian life.
See, soldiers, this is another thing we got to remember, man. You know, we as a soldier, man. Yahushua, we soldiers. This is an army being built. Okay, we learn this is, but just like you see them like the ancient movies, them kung fu movies, they before they become a master a fighter, they be taking them through all type of training, mental trainers. You know what I'm saying? Teaching them little stuff, then coming back actually, because you got to be ready mentally first, man. You know, like I used to say on G.I. Joe, knowing is half the battle. Really, knowing is all the battle, man. Because your knowledge and wisdom is gonna be stability of the times and the strength of your salvation.
Yeah, because we're going to have to execute what we know. It's like the priest Yahshua brought out, you know, through the Spirit. There's one more, it's like whatever that Jake was into, it's some bugged out madness. But, you know, the brother had mentioned how the plan of action is in the Bible. Right? You know, so during the time we take us trouble, that's our plan of action. What the Heavenly Father said to do, you know, going by what the scriptures say, allowing the Holy Spirit to guide us. And then, as brother's been saying, through the Holy Spirit, favor's going to kick in too. You know? Now you got it, bro.
But then they cannot please the officer who enlisted them.
And then they cannot please the officer who enlisted them. So we can't be entangled in the affairs of his life. You know, we use this word and don't agree. It's going back to that 1 Corinthians 7. Get that in there real quick. 1 Corinthians 7. What is it, our verse? What it says. Because see, America is the big distraction, man, on the whole earth, and mainly the people in America. This is a distraction because the people outside America waiting on the fall. They waiting to get some get back. So it was a golden cup for them looking on the outside. But when a lot of their people came over here and they seen it was full of filthiness and abominations, they like, man, it's still great Satan. We still got to get it.
They always burn the American flags. Anytime America rallies and marches, like that's what they do overseas. Man. So especially in the Middle East, they always burn the American flags. You know?
They're not crazy people. They know the reality of the Great Horde and what she's done to the earth, man. But America paints them as the bad guy. They just know what the Great Horde has done. You forgot. You forgot what this horde has done to you, man.
Right, bro.
You know?
It's 1 Corinthians 7, verse 21. Those who use the things of the world should not become attached to them.
Right, so we using the things in the world. We got a job, brothers got businesses, brothers got cars, houses. But you got women, you know what I'm saying? You got a family, man. But we can't become attached to them. We love our family, we want them to make it, man. You know? But it's all on us if they gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta walk that line for them to make it, man. Yeah. It's accounts in the scriptures where one man didn't even say his whole house was saved, man. In the book of Acts, that happened a lot. But then, vice versa, it can be some of your family not gonna make it. You know, it's gonna happen according to what's written.
Right.
You know,
For this world, as we know it, will soon pass.
right,
That's the
man.
way.
So you can't be attached to your job like this. You know, you gotta have the faith. That's like when like the brother said, when they came with the pandemic. And a lot of people's jobs don't where they fold, but it shows you a lot of where a lot of our people face was. You know, they folded quick.
Yeah, that was pressure on a high level. You know, because everybody else around it, they was like, oh, you know how this vibration was. If you ain't have it, people looked at you a certain way. They didn't want to be around you. So that peer pressure came. It kicked in too, as well as the jobs and stuff being on the line. So people, go ahead.
No, good. What you gonna say?
I was just gonna say people had to deal with the mentality of the people around them too.
Exactly, because you didn't get that, you know what? People looking at you like, man, you had some freaking real blue plague type shit, man. Some black plague type stuff, man. Like you were really like some like a leopard, man. And you were the problem on Earth at that time, man.
Showing you was gonna be the same way when that Corona implemented.
And a lot of people have died taking that jab. People who are already elderly, people who already had underlying ailments like diabetes and high blood pressure, they were already overweight. I know a lot of people that died between 2020 and now. People that's 40 and up, a lot of them have died from 2021. It's like 2021, 2022. Not from the actual pandemic, but that you know what?
I seen that firsthand, like being a part. I was working in the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
So I worked in the department. Everybody, they ain't get it. Then I turn around, they showing their cards to each other. I'm the only person in the department who ain't got it.
Yeah, man.
Then after a while, they started trying to make it to what you had to have. But and something had happened. I ended up getting up out of there. Not under my own strength, but I ended up out of there anyway before they made it mandatory.
That was spirit.
But at the end of the day, man, oh, you in the scripture there, man?
I'm just following this.
At the end of the day, man, we have to make a fucking choice. We gonna trust in the arms of Egypt, or we gonna trust in Yahweh outside? So Yahweh outside is already spiritually putting us in that wilderness, man. That King David wilderness, that pre-kingdom wilderness. The time of Jacob's trouble, man, it's gonna be that pre-kingdom wilderness. But right now we're being groomed. That's why you're always put on the edge on this side. Things are always happening to you. You're forced to trust them, man. Because at the end of it all, we're gonna have to be battle trained to trust Yahweh in that time, man. All right. So like there was like a little trial run simulation in 2020 thing. How are you gonna react to that? We didn't see that coming. We didn't see that shit coming. But there was a jab. That's gonna be the actual knockout, man.
And in 2020, that's synonymous with clear vision.
Clear vision, man.
You know, like the Lord, like He giving everybody insight to what He really about to do.
That's right.
In Quran, you know.
Right, man. So we're gonna be trained to trust Him, and we're gonna have to have unwavering faith. All right, it's all like if we, when we get into health, in Babylon, it's very important to be in the spirit of health, man. All right, but the strongest thing has to be your mind. Like Elder Yashima was saying, the strongest thing has to be your mind, and not just mental fortitude, but that faith to where no matter the circumstance, you know Yahweh's gonna deliver you, man. You still make your moves and strategize, but you have to know Yahweh's gonna save you. We know for my confidence comes from when I know I'm right. You know I'm an Israelite man. You know, so-called black man, you can't tell him shit when you know he's right.
That's that breastplate.
Yeah,
That's what protects you from stuff you can't see. That breastplate.
that's right.
Right. That's that breastplate of righteousness.
I know 100. I'm starting another point. I know 100,000% sure that we're not taking that jab. So I don't know what's gonna happen for not taking it. I don't know if I'm not taking it. I don't know what the consequences is, but I ain't taking that shit. So I know I got all the confidence in the world, and these brothers do too, to death.
Yeah, because when we read in Revelation 20 and 4, we can read about the consequences of not taking the Quran.
Yeah.
What it may boil down to for some of us.
But we're be at it.
Yep.
Yeah, be at it. But we also know it's the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
So it's the wrong thing for taking this. I know I'm not taking it.
And I just brought that up, just like preparing our minds. Like we have awareness and preparedness.
Because before you go to battle, some brothers have been in the military. They get that pep speech before they go to battle. Some of y'all not gonna make it back. Yahweh Shah told us that over 2,000 years ago. Some of y'all gonna die.
And that's the most honorable thing to do is to die for your house shot, man. So he gave us that battle talk, that pep talk over 2,000 years ago to John the Revelator. Y'all gonna get beheaded because Yahweh knew he was gonna die. But go back to the spirit world because you never fucking die. You're gonna leave this body, all right? So that's the point, man. All right, we don't know exactly what's gonna happen. All we know we're not taking the chip. I'm sorry. All we know is we're not taking the Karagma. Whatever happened after that, like I said in the streets, fuck how it turned out. We're just not taking it. That's all we know, man. And that's the confidence Yahweh Bashemal Shah want us to have.
Yeah, and then not go ahead,
I'll just say that's a real ride or die.
Yep.
yeah, bro.
That's all. That's a
Same
real
thing
ride
with
or die.
same thing with the job. Some of us was doing like gig stuff, so it really didn't, you know. But some of us had them 9 to 5s. It's like, well, whatever the supervisor want to do, he gonna do what he do. I'm just not taking that job.
And that's what's gonna be that's what's gonna open up the opportunity for the Lord to showcase His power when we are put in a position to where we have the option to take it or not take it. If brothers don't take it, then you get to see how much Shah work His power.
Did you see Stephen? Stephen saw Yahweh Shah and Yahweh stand up. He was about to get stoned. He saw Yahweh. There's gonna be some legends above legends in the kingdom. There's gonna be some big faces. Some brothers that I'm looking at right now, some of y'all gonna be big legends because of the L's you took for Yahweh Shah.
Yeah.
The greatest thing you could do ultimately is take one for Yahweh Shah.
For Yahweh Shah to stand up, that means that he was impressed.
So, but guess what? There's gonna be some steppers in the times to come.
Wow, man.
Hey man, fuck death. It's all about honor. It's all about honor. I don't want to die, but if I ultimate lot is to go, I want to go with honor. I want to kiss the sun. I want to impress your house. I do, man.
You know this for the most powerful entity in the universe.
I want to impress your house shot. I want to show him that you did this for us. I do this for you. I believe He give us that spirit, man. But we're really not in the time of death. Some of us might go out that way according to the scriptures, but we're really in the time of salvation.
We got the victory over there, man. So, the power, the power of the sting of death is swallowed up.
Yeah,
You
right.
got to understand it. You got to really believe it, man.
So this is not a time for all these legends to die for not taking it. Right. This is time for deliverance, spiritual power.
Yeah, a lot of y'all supposed to get the power.
Set the standard.
Yep.
I will put up a standard.
Yep.
This is time was like, what the fuck is that from the flying? We're in that time.
For real. Yeah.
We're in that time when your family starving and your baby crying. You go to sleep. Y'all wake up and school on the floor. You don't know how the fuck you got there. Woo! You don't know how the fuck you got there. All right? Every homeless dude walking around here is not a homeless dude walking around here, man. The Most High already have angels implanted here. There's already people in your circle, in your reality, who are already set up to guide you. That's why we had a book of Tobit.
Yeah, brother.
You know? So we're not in the time of mass death of the elect. We're in the time of the Most High showing His power. Expect miracles, man. You know? We're not being groomed to die. Some of us will. But we're being groomed to get saved. We're being groomed to wait on Yahweh. We're being groomed to wait on Yahweh, man. You got somebody else you like? Let's go.
Second Timothy 2 and 5. KJV. And if a man also strive for mastery, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully.
Right, man. So we got to strive lawfully, man, for the mastery. Even like you said, endure hardness as a soldier, but as you endure them hardness as a good soldier, you got to keep it lawful. You know what I'm saying? You got to strive for the mastery lawfully.
The husbandman that laboreth must be first partaker of the fruit.
So the husband that laboring must first be partakers of the fruit, because you got a husband like a farmer. He got to. What's the first thing he got to do? He got to fast on letters. He got to fast in good ground first. Then he got to plant the crop. Then he got to water it. Then he got to hope, pray, and hope it grow. Man, he got to go through the whole process of it all. You know, and this is the same thing we doing, man. You know, it's a process, man, that we have to go through. We learned, we found out this was the truth, you know, and then we was built up to where we started to abide in the truth, you know. We learned the kingdom was for us. We the Israelites, we the chosen. But then the bitter part started to hit in when you started to digest everything. You know, cause it's like, bro, I don't know if brothers can attest to this, but it's like when you first came in, it's like stuff was happening that you was hearing brothers say. You probably thought the end was gonna come within 2 or 3 years.
Or
But
6
then,
months.
right? But then as you had the endurance, then 5 and 6, 10, all these years that passed by. But that's part of you. That's part of you being partakers of the fruits, man. The long suffering. You know, you got to go through it all. You know, it's like go ahead, like
It was going like it's me. Sold the pictures, war, the rumors of war. I'm like, damn, this right around the corner. Here we are, like 5 years later, still going. But
You know what?
everything is.
It's a crusade. The crusades last years. A crusade that told us go from country to country. You know, a crusade last years, man. We didn't know that at the time. But your house shot got us in the spirit of a crusade.
His word is what's going country to country, gathering the elect. But like you said, it's a crusade. His word is gathering the elect on the four corners of the earth.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Consider what I say, and how about you outside, give the understanding in all things.
So when you strive lawfully, the Most High goes, how about you have sex, going to give us understanding in all things. So when
Remember that Yahushua Mashiach of the seed of David was raised from the dead according to my gospel, wherein I suffer trouble and
read that in the
Second Timothy 2 and 9 in the NLT. And because I preach this good news, I am suffering and have been chained like a criminal.
right, and that's us, man. Because once when we preach this good news, you know, it's like your whole life changes, man. Look at it differently. You know, go ahead, bro. But Paul was actually, like the persecution they went through at that time, which this was brothers back then, which we don't know who these brothers were. But like the elder said, now we're in the time of the deliverance, man. So most of the suffering, which the time of Jacob's trouble coming. But when that time comes, the Lord gonna give us that power. Man. You see, He ain't gonna give us that full power to be like how I said. This is He's giving to this thing He's gonna fight. So it wasn't time for the fight back then. You know what I'm saying? For brothers to go through that suffering and go through what they went through. You know, Paul got beheaded, man. Go ahead, bro.
But the word of Yahushua, but the word of Yahushua cannot be changed.
Right, but we bound into this word. We bound into this covenant. Go ahead.
So I am willing to endure anything, see,
And this is our man that we are willing to endure anything.
if it will bring salvation and eternal glory in Yahushua Mashiach to those Yahweh has chosen.
To go to the elect, man. So we go endure all things for the reason that they be in the end. But this got to be our mindset because, like the 144,000 men, we really have to endure all things for that 1/3 that's gonna be saved. But that's the part of us being on the if we them men, that's the part of us being in a superior class in the end. You know, us receiving greater reward. So we enduring all things for the elect. Say even the 1/3 that's gonna be insane, we didn't do what we doing now. This part of us is we got to have that mindset. Because they can't do this, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, only 144,000 can learn this song. Don't abide by it. Don't abide by it. The whole full song.
Second Timothy 2 and 9 in the KJV. 2 and 10 in the KJV. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake.
Right, man. So it start with the brothers that too, man. So certain stuff you will be enduring, you enduring for certain brothers that they probably ain't strong enough to endure, man. And they 1/3, go ahead.
That they may also obtain the salvation which is in the Yahushua Mashiach with eternal glory. Second Timothy 2 and 10 in the NLT. So I am willing to endure anything if it will bring salvation and eternal glory in the Yahushua Mashiach to those that Yahweh has chosen.
And this is the spirit you have about you to have a time game, but this is the spirit you gotta be in, man. You gotta be willing to endure anything for the kingdom to be established. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, 11.
This is 2 Timothy 2 and 11 in the NLT. This is a trustworthy saying. If we die with him, we will also live with him.
Right, man. See what the scripture say? Our life is hid and it's dead, and you have a shot, man. Go ahead.
If we endure hardship, we will reign with him.
Right.
If we deny him, he will deny us.
Right. It's verse 12.
Yeah.
Read verse 12 in the KJV.
2 Timothy 2 and 12 in the KJV. If we suffer, we can also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us.
Right. Suffering is going to be reign with him. You know, but if you deny him, when you don't deny, and it's speaking on your actions. You know, because a lot of people would think, well, I ain't denying him thinking this verb, your actions speak louder than your words. So it's all about your actions right there.
All right. So, with that, brothers and sisters, edified. Once again, we want to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh by Shem, Yahweh Shai by Shem, Kakadash.
Then we'll understart elder apostles and elder bishops, the great millstone who well. Peace and blessings, health and wonders, and after the elect. Above,
Above.
How about y'all?